All right, from the city that brought you.
Grenada Day Festival.
Taste of Danforth.
Opa! Barbados on the water.
And the CNE.
Let's go to the X.
Get ready to be zoned
in. Yeah. Oh, man, oh, man.
All right.
This is Nelly J.
And this is Fahim.
Welcome. Enter. Come in. Oh, man.
So, let's get right into it. So, how about JayZ?
Oh.
First of all, actually, I want to give it...
Jigga what? Jigga who? Man, JayZ has been on every timeline. Like, literally every day I wake up on Instagram, wherever I go, I see a JayZ. Either someone commenting saying he's a sellout or someone saying that, oh, he's going to work within. And honestly, no one knows anything.
So I want to actually give a disclaimer. Anything to do with NFL, you're the expert because of the fact that you're in NFL pools and you follow NFL.
Fantasy. I'm heavy NFL. Yes.
I was at that level until the Cap situation, as you know.
Of course.
So after Kaepernick, and I actually, for the last 2 years now, I've maybe watched 1 or 2 NFL games, period.
Or like,
I watched the Super Bowl.
Probably like highlights you watch, or if it's on the Sports Center or Sportsnet.
But my interest has actually decreased since the whole Cap. So, and I don't... People like you who do follow, I don't feel any ways.
Oh, and vice versa. Like, I feel no ways. Like, I have friends, like, actually, I'll say maybe half my friends stopped. Half my friends still watched.
Right.
I really believe it was more of a subjective and a personal decision. It's kind of like, H&M. When H&M had the young black king wearing that monkey sweater, I have friends like myself. I will never step into an H&M store and buy from them. Okay. But I have friends who still buy. But I'm not upset with them going in there. So I think we all have the right to protest, and all have the right to do what we choose to do based on our emotion, and that's a very subjective and a personal decision, right? So no harm, no foul.
Yeah. When you say personal, for me, reason it's not necessarily the Cap situation per se. It's more the history of the NFL. Why I just feel like history has repeated itself in regards to. Before the Cap situation, I was aware of the fact that black quarterbacks could not play in the NFL.
Yes, I remember that. Like that was back in like the 50s,
60s.
Yeah.
There's a time where Warren Moon was a stellar college player, and he couldn't go right to the NFL. He had to go to the CFL first and play for the Edmonton Eskimos.
Yes.
And that was his way, being a black quarterback in the 80s, into the NFL. So, I mean, since it's not like, this is since color TV.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So,
well, and also football is dominant in the southern states where most racism is, and that's why most owners in the NFL are from those places. Right. So what you're saying is absolute accurate, and I think there's a lot going on because for me personally, I just felt that Kaepernick was just wrong place, wrong time. Because again, last year I looked it up, there were players kneeling every game. The week 1, they had 11 players that still kneeled. No one was let go. No one was whatever. And even the Eagles, they said, "Hey, if you guys want to kneel, please kneel." Again, they're like, obviously their team is and their fan base are different, but they're like, if you kneel and the NFL gives you a fine, we're gonna pay for it. So actually, there's actually quite a few teams supporting the protesting and kneeling. And so for me, it was like, yes, Kaepernick was dealt wrong, and what they did, it was not okay. But I felt that there were a lot of players that were protected based on their owners and based on their organization. So I felt the NFL is an issue. There's an issue there, but there's a lot of great owners and GMs that actually are on Kaepernick's side, right? So that's why I couldn't. For me, I was like, you know what? It's wrong, and I was happy for Kaepernick getting the whole Nike and what he's been doing. And I think he did a really good job bringing awareness to the situation. But Kaepernick, one thing he did not do well was giving people a mission statement. Okay, so I'm kneeling, but how can the NFL, I feel like he kneeled to bring awareness, I get that, but like he never said, okay, NFL, I'm kneeling because of this. If you guys can provide, let's say, funding for these 5 programs or do something, then we'll be okay. But I feel like he never really had a plan B. It was more like a kneeling and that's it. And my other issue with Kaepernick is that he took the money. When he had the chance to say, you know what, And if did me dirty, he went to court. I'm like, yes, Cap, expose the people, expose them, right? But then they said, okay, Kaepernick, if you want, we can give you this money. I don't know how much it was, or take us to court and it'll be in public record so everyone can see who the people were. And he took the money. And I felt like, personally, again, it's up to him. I'm not Kaepernick's friend. Like, he's his own person. He's a grown man. But I felt like if it was really about the cause, personally, I felt like he could have exposed the people that did him wrong. So everyone would know, here's the owner, here's the person, who are the people that blackballed you. So we can expose those bad people. Mm-hmm. But I felt like by taking the money, protected them. And now it's sealed. We don't know what's going on.
I think also Kaepernick should be involved in somehow with this movement that JayZ is doing.
I truly believe so. But again, remember, we don't know what Kaepernick's legal thing, right?
But he did come out apparently and have something negative to say, or was it him?
It wasn't negative. All he said was that JayZ never told him about it. That's all he said.
That's all he said. Okay.
Yeah. So, because I remember, right? It's the ego thing, right? Kaepernick felt that Jay should have brought to him first. Mm. Again, and that's Kaepernick's personal opinion, but it doesn't mean that JayZ is a billionaire. Kaepernick. Right. So but again, right? Rock Nation is his company. So. And legally, we're not sure what Cap can and can't say because, again, he got the money. He got paid. So no one knows what's going on. I think right now, all we can say is, hey, JayZ is trying to work with the NFL. Clearly, JayZ was supporting Kaepernick from time. He verbally said in his rap, in the song, ape shit, right? He fully said that they asked him to perform, and he said, you need me, I don't need you. So clearly JayZ has something up his sleeves. And I think what we should do as supporters in the Black community is just wait. Wait exactly. A second, man.
Let's wait. Be patient.
I understand. Oh, no. What's that? Just wait. I'm sure in about a couple months, we'll see what's going on. Right. And we know JayZ, if he wants to be an owner, what if JayZ is the owner and he hires Kaepernick back? Everyone's just speculating. Yeah. Let the man do his thing. Right. Kaepernick, let him do his thing, and then we'll go from there.
True indeed. Well, since we're on race, Rich Paul. So the NCAA, they tried to push this rule, saying that agents who do not have some type of degree.
They said a 4-year degree. They were very specific.
Okay. Can't represent players coming out of college.
BS.
They did go and turn around and renege on that.
Because literally, when it came out, Rich Paul and LeBron were like, this is racist. Right. Pretty much, right? Because Rich Paul's like, I don't got a 4-year degree, so what? You're saying I couldn't have my boy LeBron, you know what I mean? It's now they're trying to take away that business from our culture. Our players are black. The best players, most of them are black. So why can't our people support our athletes, right? So he took it very personal, and I think when they saw that, I'm not sure how it happened, but I think the next day or something like that, the next day or within 24 hours, oops, my bad, y'all, it's changed. Right. Just do a course, certificate, I think a 1-year or a 12-month course. That's it.
Well, that's the thing about agents. It is very much an old, a boys' club. You know what I'm saying? But I do think I find it kind of funny where you have the NCAA. They're in a crux right now because players don't. The option was high school, NCAA, NBA. Now it's high school, possibly overseas.
Oh yeah,
there's other options out there that players are looking into, and the NCAA is finding, hey, you know what? We're losing our talent pool and are losing our spot in this infrastructure. And
I feel like a lot of players are getting developed even better because they're playing against grown men and they're playing against actual there's lots of great leagues around the world. So they're being competitive, they're getting challenged and tested, and they're coming in the NBA and they're walking. They're doing well. So
when you see the NCAA trying to do things to someone like Rich Paul, who is very much a disruptor, seeing the system and seeing, okay, how can we get around it? Because even there was one of his players or one of his clients, he got them a job at New Balance for the year. And while being there for the year, This player obviously is not going to college. They bypass their gate. He got paid like $1 million, and he's working for New Balance, and now he's entering the league. So he's found a way to cut out the NCAA and find a new path to the NBA. So I find it kind of, the writing's on the wall with this. The NCAA doesn't like the fact that you have other people cutting them out of the system.
Well, if they don't want that, how about you pay players? That's all. I think if they were not so greedy, like hungry and greedy, and paid players money, portion, because remember, these players literally, their schedule is insane. If you're playing NCAA, you're like, yes, like your school and ball training, like it's an intense program.
So let me ask, a 1 year of education.
Yes.
Do you feel that the amount of that education, what is a scholarship worth?
I think, well, depending,
ballpark.
Right? So depending on like schools, I would say 30,000 to 40,000 in America.
Okay. Let's say you're at a higher school. Let's say 50,000.
50,000, yes.
Do you feel that 50,000, that it's worth for that scholarship?
No. If you're paying them for tuition, great, thank you. But they're making profit. And so if you give, for example, if you give, let's say, starting five in NCAA, you each get $50K, right? Starting five, $50K. And then second string, you get $30K or $40K. And then $30K for whoever else. That's your payment, right? But I'm not saying to give them the money right then and there. I'm saying to give them the money, say, hey, here's $50K. When you graduate, in 4 years, you get $200K. If you leave early, you get nothing. I think it will then make players want to play longer because they're getting education and they're getting paid to play. And when they come out of the NCAA, keep in mind, right, in football, imagine you're a top prospect. You get injured in year 2 in NCAA. Now your career is over because you're pushing your body and effort in this league and for free, right? So you lost potentially how much? Like $10 million career-wise? So I think that pay these guys something because they're pushing their bodies to play in your league.
I agree. And actually, I agree with that.
Yeah.
The U.S. Open just announced today. A lot of people maybe don't follow tennis, but I just want to say there's 4 majors. There's the Australian Open, there's the French Open, there's Wimbledon, and there's the U.S. Open. And those majors happen like every quarter. And
once a quarter, yeah.
Yeah, and then in between, there's tournaments. So you might have a weekly tournament. So you have a tournament in, say, Cincinnati.
Rogers Cup.
Rogers Cup in Toronto. Then it's global. You might be going all over the world on these 1 week tournaments.
Yes.
And each one of these 1 week tournaments, the winner can get like 50,000, 75,000, 100,000. So you can, Serena happens to be, so the record is Margaret Court. She has 24 Grand Slams. Those are 4 Grand Slams. She has 24 of them in her career. Serena has 23, so she's 1 off. So here's the question. Do you think, because all Serena needs is 1 more for this record, one of those 4, Australian, French, Wimbledon, or US Open. Do you think that at the tail end of her career right now, do you think that she's going to get that 1 more?
Yes. It's Serena, man.
Okay, I'm saying as of this conversation right now, she's ranked 10th in the world.
Oh, I know she is. I just feel like Serena is just she's like to me the GOAT of our generation. I'm saying the GOAT in our like our age group, right? I won't say, but she's like the person I grew up watching, right? So like of course there's people that are older than us that were of course like great. I'm just saying like in our generation, the last from 2000s to like now, she's been very dominant with right? So my thing is that I would like to see someone in my era to win to make it.
To make it.
So it's more subjective. Now, can she do it? I think she can. I feel like Serena, nothing will lead to she can't
She's been the consecutive final. So here's the thing with Serena, since you're her child, she'll get to the final, but she's just not winning these finals. Mm-hmm. Bianca Andreescu just for the Rogers Cup, Canadian,
but that was injury.
It was.
Yes.
But she was down.
Yeah, she was down. I'm not saying that she was injured. So
I'm hoping Serena does.
Yes.
Get that 1 more. Do I think she will? I think time is against her, and these younger tennis players.
Yeah, they're getting stronger, and they're tall like her, and they're getting,
And
yeah.
I just want to say in regards to the GOAT, like she doesn't need to get that one more to have that GOAT. She's already in the conversation. But I just want to say this.
Yes.
People seem to forget Steffi Graf.
Yeah, she was a monster.
Now,
Steffi Graf was a monster, yo. She was legit.
She had 22, so she's one off of Serena.
Yeah, she was amazing. I love watching her.
She was arguably, you can make an argument that if you're talking the GOAT
of
no
tennis,
one talks about her. She arguably is the GOAT of tennis. She has one less Grand Slam, but in regards to doubles, she has like almost 20 doubles Grand Slams. Like she.
You know what?
Put it this way,
I'll have to wait.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll have to wait till Serena. Whenever Serena retired, because remember Steffi Graf was playing until like later. Like she played for a long time.
Yeah, but actually Serena's played longer.
Than Steffi Graf?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Injury
well, she started at an older age. Steffi Graf. That's all. But yeah, but what I'm gonna say is though, like, I just believe maybe Serena's not done yet, and maybe I think in maybe 5 years she'll retire. Like 5 years.
Oh,
you don't think so?
Are you taking over under? Actually. Remember,
you think in 5 years
she won't be around in 5 years. I'm giving Serena maybe 2 more runs of the circuit, so maybe 2 more years, and I don't think we'll be seeing Serena Williams anymore. And I say that with ultimate respect because in my eyes, she is the GOAT.
Yeah.
But I must say, Steffi Graf.
No, she was. No, I was a fan.
If someone came to me and said Steffi Graf is a GOAT, I would have no argument.
Oh, of course not.
I would actually be more leaning towards say I understand why you say that.
Yeah, no, honestly, I can understand that, but I think for like Serena, being an African American woman,
of course, that's what I'm saying.
Like she overcame a lot more obstacles to get to where she is,
right?
And you know what I mean. That's why to me she's the GOAT because she did things that no one.
There's a cultural.
It's a cultural element. That's why I'm calling her the GOAT personally. But yeah,
got you.
Yo, man. So OBJ had a comment about the Giants. He made a comment this week about the Giants trading him to Cleveland.
Oh, right. Something to do with. Cleveland.
So he pretty much said that
sent him to Cleveland to die or something.
Yeah, he said this wasn't no business move. This was personal. They thought they'd send me here to die.
Wow. Okay, so OBJ. It's very much like a Kawhi situation.
Kawhi, I think maybe they're willing to pay the money for OBJ. Who knows who Giants tried to ship you off to, OBJ? You're assuming a lot. Yes, they shipped you off to a different division because they're smart. Why would you play an ex-player in your division? So they're not, you know what I mean?
More in the division, though. The team's trash.
Well, of course, like the Browns.
Right.
It's
a history.
The team is trash. Yes.
So.
I mean, there were, But I do believe, though, it's like a Kawhi situation. Right. San Antonio said, you know what? We don't want you. No, go to Canada. Get out of our way. And I feel like OBJ, hey, bro, instead of you complaining, this is your year to show everyone and prove to all of NFL, all the fans, and the Giants as to why they made a big mistake. And that should be your driving force. So stop talking this play.
Do you think that they would make it to the levels that expected? Like the Browns? Well,
what's funny is that I saw a fan tattooed the Browns winning the Super Bowl. This guy got a tattoo.
Wow, that reminds me of Jason Terry. Remember Jason Terry? he tattooed the Larry O.B. on his shoulder?
Yeah, he tattooed Super Bowl on his leg saying the Cleveland Browns. So imagine if the Browns win next year. Wouldn't that be crazy? Yo, but if they won though, that's like a Kawhi part 2, right? Kawhi went to Toronto Raptors. I mean, again, the Raptors were actually a playoff team, and they were a top 2 team.
Right.
So it's different. If they shipped them off to like a top 2 team in the NFL or top 3 team in like in NFC or AFC, it's different.
Right.
But you went to the Browns, so I can't see that happening. But you never know, man. With NFL, random things happen every year. So
true.
But
okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll call that a wrap. Next week, or we'll have to get into some.
I guess like FIBA
starting soon, so we can get a little rundown on FIBA. If you want to hit us up on our socials,
absolutely. Zoned In at Zoned In Pod, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Comment, like, subscribe, do it all. To enter the zone.
Yes. Yeah, we have some things cooking in the batch. to come out soon. So stay tuned, stay locked in, stay patient, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's Zoned In Podcast. It's Fahim.
Nelly J.
We out.